Thanks, Kuldeep. First and foremost, good morning, my dear brothers and sisters, and thanks to AUTOCONNECT for putting up this conference. It does take a lot of efforts and hard work to get so many brains of the country together in a room on a busy Friday, taking out important time out of the daily schedule. So kudos to AUTOCONNECT and thanks to everyone for taking out the time from their busy schedule, and much appreciate the knowledge sharing done by my fellow panelists over the last 35-40 minutes. So good morning once again. After this panel discussion, we are going to conduct a quiz. So you guys better be attentive, guys and girls, better be attentive. And the prizes for those quiz would be handled by AUTOCONNECT. So with that note, can I expect a good morning one more time from everyone? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay. Don't worry. The quiz is not a part of the scheme. It was just to get you guys back in the game. This is the first hour of the session. Normally, we have to do this kind of stuff post-lunch when the lunch is a bit heavy in such conferences and people tend to get a bit drowsy. So I expect the attentiveness in the first hour. माहौल थोड़ा संगीन हो रहा था. मैंने सोचा थोड़ा सा हल्का कर दिया जाए. All right. So coming back to the subject in terms of relationship, a lot of insights shared by my fellow panelists. And as Kuldeep rightly mentioned, since we have moved away from the nomenclature of vendor, and rightly so, I believe, because the success of any business or an organization depends on the effective management of your supplier relationship. Supplier relationship, I would say, is the overarching fact or an umbrella which covers everything. Cost, timeline, delivery, product turnaround cycles, quick development times, being cost competitive and all those sorts. Again, coming back to the concept of clusters moving around in different parts of the country where you are setting up satellite plants, going across different geographies in the globe. If you do have this supplier relationship, these people would also treat you as a preferred choice of customer. Gone are those days where you could dictate or command supply of goods from a supplier partner. As most of us would have learned in the different management lessons, supplier preferencing model also expects us as procurement professionals to look at partners of having us, customers, also as a preferred choice of customer. Supplier contract management, long-term contracts are one of the many things that you have in this supplier relationship management. Supplier relationship management also enables organization to sustain time and time, years over years, decades over decades to improve the efficiency and continue to remain resilient. I must say that organizations who have had extremely successful supplier relationships, be it the companies like Denso, Maruti Suzuki, Tata, I'm just taking random names, they have sustained operations over decades and centuries, and they have not turned into dinosaurs. Else we would have cited them as Nokia, one of the biggest phone manufacturer, could not enter into the game of smartphone because they were not agile and they stopped being resilient. So benefits of this supplier relationship is enhancement of your operations efficiency, which means your supplier partner will help you to extract maximum juice out of your relationship in terms of cost, quick turnaround cycles, be it tactical day-to-day supply chains. Once you start developing that trust with your partner, they will come back to you in quick turnaround cycles for your supply chain. Very fast development product life cycles. Likewise, electronics industry, I am glad that automotive industry is also going on the same path, where models have to be launched in less than a year's time. Facelifts have to keep coming year after year to be in the game and not run out of the game. And by the way, who helps a business to be in the game? It is the supplier partner. Again, coming back to your supplier relationship management. So on these lines, I would like to maybe end my note, taking some of the points of my fellow panelists. When we do this kind of supplier relationship assessment, it's not just about your typical terms and conditions of a contract. Every organization will have their own set of legalities and the framework written. Obviously, there has to be a framework which helps you to think in a particular framework of how you want to channelize your relationship. But at the end of the day, this relationship can be kept alive by various things like skill gap management, as Shyam was articulating. If you understand the importance of taking this supplier together for a new technology that is coming up, where business is venturing in. For instance, I will not go far away. Taking an example of our own organization, we were doing traditional axle components for 120 years, starting from North America operations. When we ventured into electrification, we realized the need of, one, extending the relationship with these supplier partners into our electrification, the traditional commodity suppliers. And second, partnering with new suppliers who will give us the electrification components. So this relationship also helps to extend you going into different lines of businesses and then taking the same suppliers together with you.
Good point, good point.
And by the way, they also realize then that you are taking them along in your success journey. So on that note, maybe I'll roll it back to Kuldeep so he can
Thank you,
summarize.
Nirban.